It's been a whirlwind of executive action as President Donald Trump continues to make headlines with sweeping changes that are reshaping the landscape of federal policy, immigration enforcement, and the military. From pausing federal grants to reviving controversial policies, the administration is moving fast to set its agenda. Here's everything you need to know. First, the White House has announced a freeze on all federal grants and loans, effective at 5 p.m. today. This sweeping pause will impact trillions of dollars in funding, including allocations already approved by Congress. While Social Security and Medicare remain untouched, agencies have been ordered to halt activities related to financial assistance programs and review how these funds align with the president's priorities. This decision has drawn sharp criticism from lawmakers and nonprofit organizations alike, who warn of devastating consequences for everything from cancer research to homelessness services. On immigration, the Trump administration has launched a large-scale enforcement blitz that has led to over 2,000 arrests in just 2 days. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem joined federal agents in New York to oversee these operations, highlighting a strict new immigration agenda. Despite the aggressive push, ICE data suggests that deportation flights haven't seen a significant uptick yet, though the crackdown has sent waves of fear through immigrant communities. And then there's the military. President Trump has signed executive orders banning transgender individuals from serving in the armed forces, dismantling diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, and reinstating troops discharged for refusing COVID-19 vaccinations. These moves signal a broader cultural shift within the military under Trump's newly appointed Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, who has promised swift compliance with the president's orders. Meanwhile, the administration has made an unexpected foray into the world of cartography. Trump recently issued an executive order renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. Google, following official government guidelines, has begun updating this change on its platforms, sparking debates and confusion among users. Similarly, Trump's decision to revert Denali's name back to Mount McKinley has rekindled conversations about honoring history versus respecting indigenous heritage. In the auto industry, General Motors CEO Mary Barra revealed she had a lengthy discussion with President Trump about tariffs on Mexican and Canadian goods. While automakers brace for potential disruptions to their supply chains, Barra expressed optimism that Trump's actions would ultimately bolster American manufacturing. However, with tariffs set to take effect in a matter of days, uncertainty looms large over the sector. The president's immigration policies have also sparked sharp responses from local and state governments. In Washington state, a new rapid response team has been formed to address the impacts of family separations caused by deportations. Meanwhile, in San Jose, California, city officials are raising concerns about the long-term effectiveness of enforcement-only approaches to immigration reform. Trump has also hinted at broader ambitions, raising eyebrows with comments about the possibility of running for a third presidential term. While the Constitution currently prohibits this, the idea has gained some traction among his supporters, with talks of a potential amendment being floated, albeit unlikely to succeed given the complexity of changing the Constitution. On top of all this, the president is facing criticism for not delivering on his day one promise to lower prices. Despite repeated campaign pledges to reduce the cost of everyday goods, inflation remains a pressing issue, and Trump's critics are calling out what they see as a lack of concrete action to address the problem. As the administration barrels forward, it's clear that President Trump's second term is anything but conventional. From bold executive actions to polarizing policy shifts, the White House is setting a tone of rapid change and unapologetic prioritization of its agenda. Whether these moves will deliver on promises or create more challenges remains to be seen. For updates on these stories and more, be sure to subscribe to Starscope Daily. Stay informed, stay ahead, and stay connected.